morning. I am Michelle Zakarin, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Professor of Law. I will be your Master of Ceremonies this morning. At this time, I ask that you put your cell phones and other devices on silent mode so that they do not interrupt the dignity of our celebration. For the safety of everyone, we ask that you stay in your seat during the award ceremony. Kathy Stanley, our wonderful school photographer, will take pictures of graduates as they receive their awards. The pictures will be available to our graduates. Today we celebrate the best and the brightest of the class of 2026. Those students who have excelled academically, in service to the school and to their fellow students, and in service to the legal profession, the public, and community. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students of Touro Law Center, welcome and thank you for joining us at this celebration. Dean Langan and I, and Associate Deans Myra Berman, Roger Citron, and Tiffany Graham, now have the privilege of presenting the student awards. When your name is called, please come up to the front where you will receive your award, pause for a photograph with Dean Langan, and then return to your seat. To get the festivities underway, it is my pleasure to introduce the Dean of Touro Law Center, Elena Langan.
Good morning, and I echo Dean Zakarin's welcome to everyone attending today. It is an honor to welcome our students and their family and friends who are here with us today. And it's my pleasure to share this wonderful occasion with you, our graduates, and your loved ones. The awards being presented today recognize that you have distinguished yourself during your time at Touro Law. They celebrate your accomplishments, dedication, and contributions to our law school community and to the public. The faculty, administration, and staff at Touro take great pride in your achievements, almost, but probably not quite as much as your family and friends who are here today. Most of today's awards were selected by a committee of faculty and administrators based on nominations received from students, faculty, and administrators. The academic awards are based on individual students' academic standing or success in a specific course or program. We are proud of our graduates who have distinguished themselves by their dedication to the pursuit of excellence. We start today's awards ceremony with two awards that are not presented to students, but are awarded to faculty members. The first award, in recognition of devoted service to the ideals and purpose of legal education, is presented annually to a member or members of the Touro Law Center community for dedicated service to students or the institutions. This year's award honors Professor Laura Dooley. Unfortunately, Professor Dooley is not with us today because she had a little mishap and fell down a flight of stairs. So she is not with us. She's doing fine, but we will make sure that she gets her award. The Outstanding Adjunct of the Year Award is presented to a member of our adjunct faculty who effectively merges experience and education. This year's recipient is Adjunct Professor Michael Boykin, class of 2011. Now let's begin distributing the Graduates Awards. The first group of student awards recognize academic achievement. I have the privilege of announcing the names of students who will graduate at the top of their respective classes or programs. Please stand when I call your name and be recognized. You will receive your awards during the commencement ceremony later today. The valedictorian for the full-time division is Carly A. Slattery. And the salutatorian is Robert L. Coleman. The valedictorian of the part-time division is Brandon Jones. And the salutatorian is Brian T. Werson. We will hear from Carly and Brandon during the commencement ceremony later today. The Dean Emeritus Howard A. Glickstein Award for Outstanding Leadership and Overall Academic Excellence is presented to the student who combines academic and scholarly achievement with service to the school and the community. This year's recipient is Carly A. Slattery. The National Association of Women Lawyers Award recognizes the graduate who best demonstrates academic achievement, exhibits motivation, tenacity, and enthusiasm, contributes to the advancement of women in society, promotes issues and concerns of women in the legal profession, presents an appropriate professional image, and earns the respect of faculty, administration, and colleagues. This year's recipient is Patricia Barnett. We thank the Suffolk County Bar Association and past President Cornell V. Baus, who is with us this morning, for sponsoring the award for a graduating student who combines academic achievement, leadership skills, and a commitment to the integrity and growth of the legal profession. The recipient of the Suffolk County Association Award for Academic Excellence is Robert L. Coleman. The Bessie Ray Geffner Memorial Award recognizes a top student in the part-time division for their outstanding academic achievement and leadership. This award was established by the late State Supreme Court Justice Joseph Goldstein in memory of his mother, one of the pioneer women attorneys in New York State in the early part of the 20th century, and a graduate of the Evening Division of Brooklyn Law School. The recipient is Brian T. Wersan.
The Brian Lord Award for Public Interest Law is presented annually to the graduating student who has demonstrated and exemplified a special commitment to public interest law. Brian Lord, a member of the class of 2007, passed away shortly after he graduated, but during his time at Touro was an active member of our public interest organizations and was fully devoted to a life of public service. For unselfish dedication to Touro's public interest mission, the Brian Lord Award is presented to Andrew James Martin. The Michael Aaron Silver Award is conferred on the member of the Law Center community who has done the most to promote tolerance and harmony among the Law Center and its community. The award was established by Professor Theodore Silver in memory of his brother. The recipient is Samuel R. Briller. Congrats. Since its beginning, Touro University and Touro Law Center, in the tradition of Jewish faith and law, have been deeply committed to the encouragement of education, charitable and vocational enterprise without regard for creed or color. The White Rose was a nonviolent Christian student group established in June of 1942 in Nazi Germany. The German students co-authored and covertly distributed 6 anti-Nazi Third Reich pamphlets, which protested against Hitler and his persecution of the Jews and encouraged Germans to passively resist the Nazis. The students were arrested on February 18, 1943, and tried for treason. On February 22, 1943, Sophie Scholl, 21, her brother Hans Scholl, 24, and Christopher Probst, 22, were convicted of treason and executed by guillotine. It is said all three faced their deaths bravely, with Hans calling out, "Long live freedom." Eventually, remaining members of the group were arrested and executed or sent to concentration camps. The White Rose Justice Award has been established by former New York State Chief Judge and Touro Adjunct Professor Sol Wackler to be presented to the student who has done the most to promote justice for others while a student at Touro Law Center. The recipient is Ashley L. Croker. The Elizabeth Gonzalez Memorial Book Award honors the memory of Elizabeth Gonzalez, an exemplary third-year student who was tragically killed in an accident caused by a drunk driver in December 1992. The award is conferred on the graduating student who best exemplifies the ideals of caring, dedication, and self-sacrifice established by Ms. Gonzalez. The recipient is Mitchell Morita. The clinics allow students to develop the skills of client representation and to learn the importance of justice as an ethical value in legal practice. In honor of the work of our clinical students, Professor Leif Rubenstein, director of the Bankruptcy and Mortgage Foreclosure Clinic, has endowed an award in memory of his parents, the Shirley and Murray Rubenstein Bankruptcy Clinician of the Year Award. This year's award goes to Martin K. Bumigan, Jessica Patel, and Makaba Williams. The Clinical Legal Education Association advocates for clinical legal education as fundamental to the education of lawyers, to prepare law students for excellent and reflective law practice, and to pursue and promote justice as a core value of the legal education process. For their extraordinary work in the clinical programs, the recipients of the Clinical Legal Education Association Award are Jonathan D. Brooks and Angela R. Paulino. Either way. Yeah. In honor of the longtime Touro Law professor Martin Schwartz, the Martin Schwartz Award for Excellence in Civil Rights has been established for the student who has shown their dedication and commitment to serve those individuals who have traditionally been amongst the most impoverished and disadvantaged in our society. The recipient is Jonathan D. Brooks. Daniel Subotnick had a long tenure of teaching at Touro Law School and was beloved by his students and his colleagues. He and his wife generously established the Daniel and Rose Subotnick Distinguished Writing Award for the best published or non-published article by a graduating student. Sadly, Professor Subotnick has passed away. May his memory be for a blessing. But we proudly continue with this award in his memory. This year's recipients are Robert L. Coleman, the fifth, and Brian T. Worson. In honor of longtime law professor Peter Davis, the Peter Davis Award for Excellence in the Study of Criminal Justice has been established. The recipient is Sophia Simon. The Cornelius W. Wickersham Jr. Award is presented by the Federal Bar Council in recognition of exceptional achievement in the study of constitutional law. The recipients are Perdita Barchuk and Samuel R. Briller.
As the faculty defines the law school by its tradition of teaching, scholarship, and public service, some students contribute so much that their work is lasting and permanent. The award for exemplary contributions to the growth of the Law Center honors contributions that will add to the status, reputation, and prestige of the Law Center and materially improve its future. The recipients are Patricia Barnett, Samuel Briller, Ashley Croker, Veronica Morales, Melissa Morello, Kira Oseki, Sotira Padarilakis. The work of our students is not restricted to just within the walls of Touro Law Center. Many students use their legal education to perform services for community-based organizations. This award recognizes efforts in connection with publications, projects, or legal work that make practical contributions to community life, as well as advancing legal knowledge or the cause of legal education. So, in recognition of these efforts, The award for special service to the public and community is presented to the following students: Connor G. Everard Marsh, Serena Marie Larson Grafeg, Mitchell Merida, Julia A. Sanchez, Andrew Tuwadros, and Frank M. Uvani. Many of our students recognize the importance of service to the legal profession. This award recognizes substantial activity on behalf of a student division of a local, state, or national bar association, or other meaningful undertaking that materially advances the interests of the legal profession or significant segments thereof. In recognition of these efforts, the Special Service to the Bar Awards are presented to the following students: Connor G. Everard Marsh, Andrew James Martin, Margarita Napoleon, and Bridget M. Ryan.
The recipients of the Exemplary Dedication and Service to the Law Center for Exceptional Contributions to the Student Bar Association Award are Ashley L. Croker, Connor G. Everard Marsh, Andrew James Martin, and Mitchell Merida. So for the next group of awards, if there are professors in attendance who are advisors to the honor societies, you are welcome to join the students coming up next for their photos. The recipients for the Exemplary Dedication and Service to the Law Center for Exceptional Contributions to the Touro Law Review are Robert L. Coleman V, Abigail DeMonte, Annetta Dreyer, Jacob Gaon, Dejanelle Perez, Bridget M. Ryan, Kirsten Schlecht, Carly Slattery, and Brian T. Werson. The recipients for the exemplary dedication and service to the Law Center for exceptional contributions to the Moot Court Honors Board of Advocates are Samuel R. Briller, Brittany Riley Guthey, Kaylee E. Howland, Joel Alexander Izquierdo, Jessica Madai Martinez, Angela R. Paulino, Jessica Patel, Morgan A. Rubel, and Jessica Sullivan. The recipients for the exemplary dedication and service to the Law Center for exceptional contributions to the Trial Advocacy and Practice Honor Society Award are Molly Brooks, Andrew James Martin, Kira Oshesky, and Janae R. Thompson. The recipients for the exemplary dedication and service to the Law Center for exceptional contributions to the Journal of Race, Gender, and Ethnicity Award are Patricia Barnett, Alyssa Caligara, Ashley L. Croker, Melissa Morello, Jessica Patel, and Soteria Paterolakis.
Pro bono service has been a requirement for graduation from Touro Law Center since 1991. In May of 2012, New York Court of Appeals Chief Judge Jonathan Lippman announced that pro bono service would become a requirement for admission to practice for all lawyers in the state of New York. The pro bono requirement helps to reduce the gap in access to legal services and exposes law students to the pressing needs of the most vulnerable members of our communities. This instills a deeper understanding of the problems confronted by those segments of society that have little access to legal resources and institutions. We hope that these pro bono experiences will encourage our law students to continue with volunteer pro bono services after they are admitted to practice. The following members of the class of 2026 have embraced the dedication to pro bono service by exceeding the 50-hour pro bono requirement for graduation and for admission to practice in the state of New York, thereby earning themselves the Touro Law Pro Bono Service Award. Each recipient has, in fact, achieved at least 100 hours of pro bono service, not including clinical or credit-bearing programs. And here they are: Patricia Barnett, Laurice Charles, Abigail DeMonte, Alyssa K. Edney, Andrew James Martin, Mitchell Marita, Jessica Patel, Julia Sanchez, Kirsten Schlecht, Michelle Shimonov, Christian J. Tumasella, Frank M. Uvani, and Farah Diba Zaidi. Lisa, will you come up to the stage, please? Chief Judge Lippman also subsequently initiated the Pro Bono Scholars Program. The Pro Bono Scholars Program allows students in their final year of law school to devote their last semester of study to performing pro bono service for the indigent through an approved externship program, law school clinic, legal services provider, law firm, or corporation. Students accepted into the program are allowed to take the New York State Bar examination in February of their final year of study before they graduate. And students who successfully complete the program will be eligible for accelerated admission to the New York State Bar. It gives us the greatest pleasure to present the Touro Law Center 2026 class of pro bono scholars. Yakov Binyaminov, Angelo C. Demiris, Annetta Dreyer, and Carly A. Slattery. And you should know that we are very proud to say that every one of these students has successfully passed the New York State February bar exam. Some students focus their attention on providing leadership and service to one student organization, but a few are able to provide leadership to multiple groups. The awards for exemplary contributions to the Quality of Student Life Award are presented to Alyssa Caligera, Claire Abella Danzig, Abigail DeMonte, Tennille Danielle Jones, Justin A. Leonard, Jessica Madai Martinez, Asper Mirza, Precious Anoha, Angela R. Paulino, Jessica Patel, Antonio A. Reyes, Morgan A. Rubel, Viman Preet Singh, and Janae R. Thompson.
It is now my privilege to have the last word. And the last word is simply thanks. Thanks to you, the students that work, the work that inspired the awards and that helps make the Touro Law Center the special place that it is. Thanks to the families and their understanding, sacrifices, and support that enabled our students to be their best. Finally, thanks for coming and for sharing this special time with us. Now, please join us for a reception in the atrium as we celebrate our awardees prior to the commencement exercises that will begin promptly at noon. Congratulations to all our award recipients. We can't wait to cheer you on as you walk across that stage later today and become alumni of Touro Law Center.